In the increasingly heated 2025 MotoGP season, drama is no longer confined to the track. Intrigue and psychological games are beginning to dominate the racing scene. This culminated in Pedro Acosta's sharp criticism of Ducati and Marc Márquez. After the Sachsenring GP, accusing Ducati of overindulging Marquez, while the public awaited a heated response, Marquez chose an unexpected path, responding with elegance that left the world speechless. Is this the beginning of a major war that will divide MotoGP? Let's discuss it. Instead of being swept away by the provocation, Marquez displayed a rarely seen side of himself. In a closed-door press conference at Ducati course headquarters in Bologna, he stood before dozens of journalists, smiled faintly, and spoke in a calm tone that immediately commanded the room. There was no raised voice, no angry expressions, just a calmness that seemed to suppress those who tried to provoke him. I wasn't offended in the slightest. In racing, emotions are part of the game. I understand that every rider has their own way of expressing themselves, Marquez said casually, as if Acosta's sarcasm were nothing more than a passing wind. His remarks seemed to convey a subtle message that experience and a steely mentality are far stronger than momentary provocation, more than simply defending himself. Marquez emphasized his commitment to the Ducati project. He refused to get caught up in a war of words, choosing to focus on what he considered most important, the team's trust and the professional work they had built together. Speaking through results is far more important than off-track comments, he added, concluding his statement with a defiant smile, as if inviting everyone to wait for his on-track performance. Surprisingly, Marquez even praised Acosta. He called his young rival a talented rider who would learn a lot over time. This move not only eased tensions, but also demonstrated the maturity of a true champion. Responding to criticism with grace can sometimes be the most effective. Counterattack, Marquez's attitude immediately sparked a positive reaction within Ducati. He is considered not only the fastest rider on the track, but also someone who brings a new energy that changes the overall team dynamic. Ducati Motor Holdings CEO Claudio Domenicali unhesitatingly called Marquez a figure who brings a different dimension to their ambitious project. This is why we chose Marquez. He's not just a fast rider, he's also the mental foundation of our big project, Domenicali stated. He emphasized that Marquez's presence has provided clear direction amidst the pressures of competition. Ducati course general manager Gigi Dall'Igna also noted the change in atmosphere in the garage since the 8-time world champion arrived. According to Dall'Igna, Marquez has created a much healthier, more trusting, and more collaborative working atmosphere. Outside comments don't reflect the reality within the team. Marquez works like part of a family, he said, dismissing any rumors that attempt to shake Ducati's internal harmony. To Ducati, Marquez is not just a formidable competitor, but also a symbol of stability amidst the storm. He is a leader who not only goes fast, but also has the vision and character to inspire the entire team to believe that they are on the path to a new era of glory. Meanwhile, Pedro Acosta and KTM remained silent. There was no official statement or clarification. It was as if they were deliberately allowing the issue to fester in the paddock. However, this silence only fueled a new wave of speculation that was becoming increasingly difficult to contain amid the heated situation. Former world champion Casey Stoner spoke out. In a serious tone, Stoner suspected Valentino Rossi of having a significant influence on Acosta's controversial statement. "I smell a familiar pattern. If Rossi is indeed involved, Ducati has strong reasons to reevaluate their relationship with VR46, Stoner said in an exclusive interview that shocked the MotoGP world immediately. The speculation grew wilder. Rumors circulated that the VR46 team was approaching Acosta to become their main rider next season. Many considered Acosta's harsh comments to be more than just the outburst of a rookie. They saw them as part of a carefully planned political strategy, an attempt to shake Marc Márquez's dominance and disrupt Ducati's internal stability. For Ducati, Acosta's remarks were an attack that could not be ignored. In a strongly worded statement, Ducati Motor Holdings CEO Claudio Domenicali accused Acosta of arrogance, saying that he did not yet understand the complexities of a major manufacturer's project. "He is not part of our structure. How dare he speak as if he knows everything?" Domenicali said angrily. He asserted that Ducati would not allow outsiders to disrupt their internal harmony. Domenicali also alluded to those believed to be playing games behind the scenes, seemingly referring to Valentino Rossi, who is often associated with political maneuvering in MotoGP. Using a young rider as a pawn in a game is a very unfortunate act, he added. He then emphasized that Ducati was prepared to take decisive action if the situation escalated, and did not rule out escalating the issue to a more serious level to protect the team's reputation and maintain its focus on the 2025 world title race. Amidst the drama surrounding Marc Márquez and Pedro Acosta, Ducati's lead rider, Francesco Bagnaia, finally spoke out in an exclusive interview at Borgo Panigale. Bagnaia took a firm yet diplomatic stance, reflecting the attitude of a world champion who doesn't want his team torn apart by outside intrigue. He began by praising Marquez's response to Acosta's sarcasm. "I've seen various forms of provocation in MotoGP for years, but what Marc did truly demonstrates his caliber as a champion. He's not only fast on the track, but he also knows how to uphold the honor of this team. That's something not everyone has," Bagnaia said seriously. While Bagnaia acknowledged Pedro Acosta's immense talent, he didn't overlook the rookie's controversial comments. Bagnaia believes that such remarks attack not only Marquez, but also tarnish the hard work of the entire Ducati crew. "All of us at Ducati work toward the same goal. Each rider brings their own style, but this bike isn't built for just one person. To label Ducati solely for Marquez is unfair and, frankly, it shows a lack of understanding of how a manufacturer of this magnitude works." He stressed, he added, that young talent like Acosta is crucial for the future of MotoGP, and the way a rider expresses his opinions reflects his maturity. Talent never justifies arrogance. On the track, you can prove who you are. Off the track, though, your words also determine how the world sees you, said Bagnaia with a deep sigh. Clarifies one thing. MotoGP 2025 is about more than just who's fastest on the track. The battle has evolved into a war of narratives, prestige, and psychology between two major powers, where every word and gesture is as important as every second on the track. Amidst the din of insults and mental pressure, Marc Márquez stood, tall and unwavering. With his grace, he showed that a true champion wins, not only with the accelerator and brakes, but also with composure, cunning, and integrity, which distinguish him from his rivals. "They may attack with words, but I will continue to answer with performance and results," he asserted, closing the press conference with a look that conveyed his complete confidence that the real battle would be decided at the finish line. Will Pedro Acosta provide clarification? Will Ducati take drastic action against its longtime partner to maintain its glory? Share your thoughts.